Yeah, what's up? It's your boy Sam Jones III, and you're listening to the House of L.
My next guest on the House of L, you know him and you love him. He appeared as Sam Jones, appeared as Pete Ross for 3 years on Smallville. It is Sam Jones III. Sam, how are you, man?
I'm incredible, man. Just 19 days away from Cruiseville, so
19.
I'm excited, man.
Have you ever been on a
19.
cruise?
Never been on a cruise.
Are you going to be my ship buddy then? Because I don't know what we're doing on this thing.
Hey, listen. That's the most exciting part about it, right? Like, there's so many reasons why this thing's exciting, not just because of the Smallville cast, because it's our first time on a cruise. We're going to different countries we've never been to. Excursions are crazy. Like, it's just, man, it's truly a once in a lifetime experience.
It really is. And I missed out last year. You missed out last year. So we're
yeah. Well, the people missed out last year because I wasn't there, and I'm the party
This is
goat.
true.
So it's gonna be a lot different with the party goat on the cruise. So
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it, man.
yeah,
Tell me how.
I'm gonna have my own little excursions when it's all over, and that's it. That's what you guys paid for. It's over, and I'm gonna be like, no, nope. The party goat is here. It's time for King Sam Jones III after dark. Let's go.
Partying over till the king leaves.
Yeah.
Tell me how a kid from Boston ended up playing Superman's best friend.
Mindset, daring to dream, man. Just good energy, daring to dream. Growing up, I wanted to be an actor, a magician, or a basketball player. So I got one of the three. You know what I mean? And yeah, that was it. It was all mindset. It's just like right now, man. My focus right now is to just give back to as many people as I possibly can. And just once you know like what the objective is of the goal, then you're gonna achieve it. So when I was young, it was just to be a great actor. Like all I wanted to do, I didn't want to be famous. I didn't really care about the rich. I just wanted to be a great actor. And so I think the difference with me and a lot of people that go after acting careers, some people they just want to be rich or they just want to be famous or they just want to take shortcuts. But I really cared so much about the craft of acting. Even when I was little, I would just study the craft and yeah, it all started with that mindset. So yeah.
You obviously had a few roles before landing Pete, but I mean that had to be kind of a whirlwind first time away for you kind of deal. I mean, going to Vancouver, shooting a show that is getting
Yeah.
so much spotlight at the time.
Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was a quantum leap, right? Because it all happened very fast. Like I did a few commercials, but I knew that wasn't my end goal. Like a lot of people would congratulate me, you did commercials. And then I started doing some guest stars, and I knew that wasn't the end goal. And then I starred in 2 movies, and this all happened like back to back to back. And then I had an audition for a show called Smallville. And my agent, she was just like, there's a show. It's going to be the biggest show of the year, and you have to get it. And I was just like, okay, no pressure. But yeah, I got the show, and it was just all happening so fast that I don't think I really had time to take in the magnitude of what was going on. But yeah, I was had to move to Canada, get my own place. Like, yeah, it was crazy, man.
How old were you at the time?
Well, I came to LA when I was a teenager, like 18, 19. So a few years later, I don't know the exact age, but I was young. I had just got out there and yeah.
You were a little bit younger than everybody else on the
Yeah.
show at the time. You and Allison being
Yeah.
younger. What are some of your memories of that, especially that first season, as you're kind of all getting your head wet on a
I
network television show?
well, I remember one of the things I remembered was like when they told us that we had to move to Canada because um going to do the pilot in another country was crazy. Like going through the border, going through customs, all that stuff, staying in a nice hotel. And just the level that we got taken care of was incredible. I remember just being in the hotel. Tom says he doesn't remember this, but I remember looking through comic books and old like Superman books and just like, man, that's my character and this is crazy. And it was just amazing. I knew it was something big because the trailers were big. The everything was just on a grand level. And I don't know, but at that time, to be honest with you, it was just everything was just happening so fast for me that I just think that mentally I was prepared for it all. So it was never like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm here. This is my first TV show. Like my mindset was so strong that I knew I was gonna get on a TV show. So it kind of felt like this is great, but it was just about the craft of acting. It was all about the craft of acting, you know?
When when it came time for Pete to leave, was it time for Sam to leave? Were you ready to move on, or was that not something you were ready for yet when that call came through?
Um, I feel like that question made me emotional right now. You know, I definitely wasn't ready to leave. Just because I was just so invested in the character. And then not only that, I guess like all of us, it was like a family, you know, like we didn't move there with our family. We didn't move there with friends. We were in a different country. So we were kind of like family, you know? So it was kind of like, honestly, when you see Pete breaking down when he has to tell Clark that he's leaving in the show, that is kind of truly how I really felt. Like I felt like I was actually leaving my family, my best friend. Like I really felt like that. So, um, yeah, Pete was never ready to leave. I think that, you know, he was just a true best friend, and a true best friend. It goes beyond friendship. It goes family. So that's what it felt like for me in real life, and that's what I feel like it felt like for the character.
Was that devastating to get that? Did Alan Miles call you and just say, "Hey, come the end of the year, Pete's not
How
coming
did they
back"?
first?
Or
I don't remember how they first told me. I think my manager might have told me. I think my manager called me and told me. And then yeah, but I do remember being at a convention. I found out and then at the convention, I remember we were about to go out on stage and they told me like, don't say anything about the fact that you're not coming back next season. And I remember that just hurt because I was just like, damn, I'm the one not coming back. I'm the one that the character's leaving. I'm the one, but y'all want me to go out there and fake it to the people that they're like, and what about you, Pete? Like, what are we gonna see out of your character next year? And I'm like, I don't know. You're gonna have to ask the writers. And but I knew, like, I want to be like, oh, I'm not even coming back. You might want to talk to them about it. But you know, at the end of the day, it's a business, so
yeah,
it is what it was. Yeah.
yeah. You obviously did get to come back at one point. There was talk of a few times of Pete getting to come back to the show, and ultimately we only got once. Do you remember those conversations? I know you were obviously shooting other things at the time, but was that
Yeah,
a
I was shooting other things and it was working out the schedule. And there was a couple times, but I think I came back at the perfect time with the perfect episode. And yeah, I loved it. I remember I was doing another show called Blue Mountain State at the time.
right?
So my hair was like super low. And I remember when Kristen first saw me when I came back, she was like, "Oh my God, you're bald." So that was funny. But yeah.
What do you think now, 25 years later? You're doing these cons now, you're doing Cruiseville, you're seeing what this means to fans who watched the show when it was on, but some fans who weren't even alive when the series originally aired and have found it through different means now. What does that mean to you as a professional, as an actor, to see this resonating from people 2 decades later?
Yeah, it's incredible, man. It's honestly incredible. Like me, actually 2 months ago, like 60 days ago, I started a new TikTok because my other TikTok, I don't know. I started a new TikTok from scratch and I posted and I was like, I'm not gonna invite any friends, any family. I'm not gonna promote it on any social media. And what I did is I think the first video might have been like me doing a motivational clip, and the second one might have been me eating a burger. But the video went viral, and everything I post on this new TikTok, it's growing so fast. So I started a community there that only the people on that TikTok know. And the community is called Rageville. And for 30 days, I've been live every single day with them, and it's growing. And the crazy thing is, I remember one day I was like, yo, spam your ages in the chat. And they were like 13, 15, 18, 45, 13. I was like, wait, what? Wait, what? And then then I realized it got re-released on Netflix. So a lot of people are watching it for the first time ever. And me going live is just really impacting these people's lives because they're like, oh my God, I was just watching you on TV right now and you're here. But the whole message about Rageville is we will be the most powerful, positive community on this platform. So it's just about teaching them positivity, how to be a healthy lifestyle. Sometimes when other people from different pages come on, they might not be members of Rageville, so they might come with some negative comment, but I just show them like, okay, let's bring this person up who has this to say. Then they leave. So I just show them through real life, like how they can be a positive, just as positive as possible. So yeah, like between like 500 to 1600 people come on a day, and I just push live whatever I'm doing. I just sit here and I talk to them kind of like this, but it's all live. So I'm gonna start promoting it so other people can come on. And then recently, a few days ago, I started something called Kick. It's a live streaming platform. So that's another thing that I'm gonna be streaming live from Cruiseville. And yeah, just the cons are one thing, right? To be able to come and spend time with them, and then posting on social media is another thing. But being able to go live every day and talk to these people and hear their problems or whatever else, I read my chat. It's just been amazing. So yeah, it's almost like Smallville's on right now to these kids.
It is. It's funny to watch. Like I said, it's always weird to me at these cons too. I know in Chicago where you and I first had the chance to meet. I'd never have gotten to speak to you before this past fall, and I like to open and ask the audience at the beginning, who of you was here from the get go? Who of you were watching back in October of 2001, and then who of you were not alive but have picked it up since then? And we see all these more hands raise up from these kids who are just finding it for the first time,
Yeah,
and I think it's wonderful that they're coming out and they're seeing you guys interact again. I love watching you all. I saw Michael on your live on your show
yeah,
not too long ago, and
yeah.
uh, I hope you have more interact because I think it's fantastic when you all get together.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that was cool. That's why I can't wait to see them again and just like have fun um and then we're all together for 8 days. So it's gonna be a little different than a regular con where it's just like,
Right.
hi, nice to meet you, see you later. It's like, no, we're all in the same place, traveling, having fun, being just real people. You know what I mean? Real experiences. Maybe a lot of real friendships come out of it. I have a coaching program called the Core King Elite program, and some of the clients that I coach are actually coming on a cruise too.
Oh,
So to be able
nice.
to, yeah, meet them in real life, and then they'll be able to share their testimonies. Like you'll see these guys like ripped with abs and stuff, and then they can show their before pictures. Actually, one guy, I think I met him in Chicago, Steve. So you'll also be able to see him like maybe how you saw him before and then now. So it's
Yeah.
just yeah, it's just cool to be able to like interact with the fans, but then for me, actually working with the fans and then actually building friendships that'll last forever.
I know, obviously, fitness being paramount to you, you're going to be doing some classes. I saw
Yeah,
on the boat. Your testimony, though, in and of itself. I mean, we talked some in Chicago, and you telling me your story that I had really heard from you the first time, and I want you to have the platform here to share, your own story and your own experiences of what happened with you after Smallville and kind of how everything came
yeah.
full circle for you.
Just a quick, like, yeah, like I got in some trouble trying to help out a friend. I had to go to prison. I got sentenced to a year and a day. And when I was gone, I could have took that time to say like, oh my God, my life is over. I'm gonna die. Like, be negative. Or I could take that time to have the same positive mindset that I had that got me on Smallville and say, I'm gonna become the best version of myself. And when I get out, I'm gonna help influence and impact as many people in a positive way as I can. So I came back and that was my mission and that's what I've been doing. And then I have a program now that helps people get stronger mindset, stronger physique, learn how to just work on themselves. And my program is really just the highest form of self-love. So yeah, that's my mission. And yeah, I'm super excited. I got this new, like I said, I got this thing called Kick now, and it's gonna allow me to live stream every single day. Like it's not like TikTok where I could just come on and just come on for an hour or two, like anytime. So I want to take people on these journeys Like, I just want them to see me having fun, going out, like whatever it is, the different aspects of it, and just be more interactive. But yeah, that was kind of a fast version of it. But yeah,
That's first. You guys kind of missed out on the whole social media thing during the time period on the show, and so now it's interesting to watch all of you impacted by it 25 years
yeah,
later.
yeah. So true, so true. We never had any of this.
Yeah.
If we did, it would have been, man, game over.
Yeah, it's for better or
Yeah,
worse. It's better to not
yeah,
have it then and
yeah.
get to work with it now. What are you looking forward to with this cruise and these cons, getting to foster these friendships and meet these people for the first time that are such fans of yours in in the series?
Just just being authentic, being authentic with them, and trying to provide a once in a lifetime opportunity, for them experience. Like, I want them to leave Cruiseville and saying, like, this was the best summer of my life. This was the best cruise of my life. This was the best decision of my life. Like, and yeah, and just give them more. Just give them more than whatever whatever they're expecting.
Walk me back through some of your memories, because you being younger on the show, I feel like you probably have some more vivid memories than some of the other guys do. But also, you all went through so much. I know I was just talking to Eric Johnson last time and was being reminded about, you were all filming when 9/11 happened.
Oh yeah, that's so
You
true.
filming the
I
third
remember.
episode.
Yeah, I remember. What episode was it?
It's the third one, so it was the football hothead.
That's what I was gonna say. See
Yeah.
that? I was gonna be like, I remember I was on the football field. I remember that I was on the football field, and we heard about it, and it was just like, yeah. I mean, obviously everybody has their own 9/11 experience and why they'll never forget it. But for me, I just remember being on the Smallville Crows football field and getting that call of what just happened. And yeah, it was a historically terrible day.
Yeah.
But my experience, I was on the Smallville football field
Yeah.
when that
Do you,
happened. Yeah.
do you have experiences like that though, where you're like, I'll always remember where I was when this happened? I was all, as far as Smallville goes, when aspects of your life hit you, and you were standing in the Talon or at Kent Farm in Vancouver or anything like that.
Um. Well, as far as the Kent farm, I just remember it was further out, and I used to
Yeah.
be speeding to work because I would always leave like way too late. Like, it was so far, and I think I'd give myself time, but then I would never give myself time, and I would just be burning down those streets. Like, whatever you see in Pete in the episodes where he's doing the racing episodes,
Hmm.
that was Sam in real life. Like, I would just, and I remember I had a in the beginning I had a Ford Mustang. That was my first car that I had bought. And I remember just driving that thing so fast to work. And then also the power of manifestation. When I first came to LA, I was like, I'm gonna get a Range Rover. I'm gonna get a Range Rover. I'm gonna get a Range Rover. And at that time, I was like riding the bus, no car, no money. And then season two, I think I drove that Range Rover. So I just remember driving that Range Rover to work. And yeah, the Kent farm, I remember that just being late. I mean, just pulling up to the studio was great. A great feeling, like pulling in, going upstairs to the production office. Everybody was wonderful. Then walking, like I used to come down the production and go like from the parking lot, walk down the side, and then the trailers and everything would be back there. And I'd put my stuff on my trailer. I had a dog at the time. I remember sometimes I'd put him in the trailer, and then Sammy needs to get ready for makeup. What do you want for breakfast? You know what I mean? Like, order the breakfast, or sometimes I want to get my own breakfast. And Tom and Michael were usually there before me because obviously Michael needed a lot of makeup with that head and everything. So Tom and Michael, especially Michael, and sometimes Tom would always be in the makeup trailer before me. So I'd have my food, and Tom would be like, "What's up, dude? You want to run lines? I know you don't learn your lines." And like we'd be eating food, and half the time I wouldn't know my lines because, man, in Vancouver I was young, I was partying, I was going to the clubs, and I knew the character so well. And when it comes to acting, I can literally read a script one time, and as long as it's good writing and I know what it's about, good writing and you know your character, you already know what he's gonna say. So it's like
Mhm.
you don't have to study too much. So sometimes I would just like, yeah, or sometimes I come in, hey, Tom, read my lines with me. I didn't study this shit. He'd be like, dude, you never study your lines. I don't care. Let's go. And Tom would be like running lines with me and reading it to me while eating my food. And then sometimes we would go to set and we would have a rehearsal, and it's a blocking for camera.
Mhm.
And they usually ask the actors, do you need your sides? That's your lines. And Tom might be like, I'll take a pair, or maybe we won't, or whatever. We're supposed to know your lines. And I'd be like, yeah, I'll take a pair. And I'd be like, dude, run the shit with me. And then I'll be reading it and everybody's doing it. But then after the blocking, I already got it. So then I'd come and I am Pete. So I can't do anything wrong because I'm the character once I put those clothes on. Boom. And then the magic happens like one take. Like directors would always say, like, Sam only does one take. But little did they know, like, that's because them lines were fresh in my head.
Did you feel like you got to let loose a little bit the first time away from home? You're on a big show like this. I mean, actually
Man,
partying every night and enjoying yourself?
nah, I wouldn't say I was partying every night like Blue Mountain State. I wouldn't say every night. I wouldn't say every day. But I had fun, dude. Like
Yeah,
another country. I mean, after I mean, staying in doing the pilot was fun because you're staying in some like 5-star crazy hotel,
sure.
and then other actors would be there because if there's movie shooting or other television shows, everyone stayed at Sutton Place Hotel. So you'd go down to the bar or the restaurant bar down there, and like other famous people, and they're down there, and everyone's acting normal because you're just in town. Oh, I'm shooting a show called Smallville. Oh, I'm doing this movie. What are you doing tonight? I don't know. Let's go out. Boom. You guys are out, and like, yeah, it was incredible, man. Like, yeah, it was so incredible. I remember sometimes my character wouldn't have that much line in a specific episode.
Mhm.
So then I started taking jujitsu. So then I was like full-time jujitsu, taking jujitsu twice a day, doing Smallville, like always just it was Vancouver was just wonderful to me in so many different ways.
What have you carried with you from this role now 23, 4, 5 years later? What does Pete still teach you today in 2026?
Um, I just still think I'm just still that best friend. You know, he held that secret. I've held secrets. And yeah, I think Pete was Clark's best friend. And, you know, he had good values and morals. And and yeah, I think I still hold that from the character to this day.
So much of those first few seasons, really those first 4 seasons are obviously it's the high school story, it's those friendships and, Jonathan and Martha, the things that the relationships that make up Clark's life before he moves
Damn,
on and
I should have went live, dog. I should have went live when we did this. Damn.
there's still
Damn, we
time.
messed up.
Damn,
We
who's
messed
that?
up. I should have went TikTok live. I should have went TikTok live during this or streamed it. I'm giving you all the jewels right
Oh,
now.
it was fine. You just send them over here. When the time
Let me
comes,
see.
we'll
Let me see if I can get on this thing. Let
go
me see if I
for
can
it.
get on this thing.
Go for it.
Let me see. I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even have it on that device. So we'll get it
That's
from
okay.
here.
That's okay.
But also
Um,
you asking the good questions. I'm not lying. You're
well,
doing a
thank
great
you.
interview. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It comes with the territory of watching the show religiously for so long, I guess.
Yeah.
But talking about that friendship between Clark and Pete, which was just such. I know a lot of people like to talk about the Chloe and Clark friendship and how she was the best friend because obviously Allison being on the show longer, but there's no beating those Clark and Pete moments in
Of
those early
course.
seasons.
Yeah.
Whether they're hot on the trail of a murderer or they're just hanging out at the Talon, there was something so special about the spark, the chemistry of Tom and Sam, of you two on screen, and how well you got on. And I know you've told me that it's the same way off screen that you and Tom
Yeah.
and
And we're
getting to
both
be around the two
we
of you
even
in
almost have the
Chicago.
same birthday.
That's right, you do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Close.
it's neat to watch you two interact now, 2
Yeah.
decades later.
Yeah. I can't wait to see him.
Uh, and as far as everybody else goes, I think it's wonderful too because I know there's some people like Erica wasn't on the show when you were, but it's really nice how you have all taken up these roles and really gotten together for the fans because not that I'm speaking for them, but I just know from my own purview, it's amazing to watch
Mm.
these connections that were fostered so long ago and that you all still consider each other friends.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Yeah.
what magician, basketball player, actor?
Yeah.
Those were the three things as a kid.
Yeah. I mean, I think I could whip up a magic trick or two, but as far as putting that ball in that hoop, as long as I can still beat Tom and shoot better than Tom and take Tom 1-on-1, then I'm okay.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
The last time I was at the farm, the basketball hoop was still on the side, so maybe you still got a chance if you go back out to the farm.
Amazing. Amazing.
Um, 2026, Sam, though. What do you want to be doing? What do you want to keep doing?
Well, right now, taking advantage of each day of each month. Like when I had my birthday in April, I was like, I just want to have a good month for my birthday. So April was like a really impactful month. And then May and June, that's when I started the TikTok and started building Rageville, that community. And that was really impactful and getting with the fans. And then July has been great going to Cruiseville. That's going to be the big event. But streaming is the next thing, like going live more. Like even for example, like this interview, if it was live, they get to feel it even more because they can be right there. There's one thing about pre-recording or just hearing an interview, but it's another thing when you're right there and they would be saying stuff to me that might, come on your interview,
Yeah.
So I just think that yeah, the streaming thing, I'm just gonna scale it. I'm gonna scale it. I see something different in it. I have a small little community right now that's being nurtured, but I just think there's a lot that I'm gonna be able to do with that. So
Do you get a lot of questions when you go live? Is that something you see in the chat a
oh my God,
lot of
Smallville,
people?
people are Smallville, la 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 la. I can be like, yo, guys, look at this pizza. They're like Smallville, la la la, Pete Ross. I'm like, oh my God, it doesn't even matter what I say. So that's why this
It's
would have been,
crazy. It's really
yeah,
is crazy all this time later. But then you
yeah.
think
That's
of
why
these.
this would have been great.
It's true. But you think of these regions that the show wasn't on back then. That they're
Yeah,
getting it now on Netflix
in
and stuff
different
like that.
countries, and it's their first time.
Right,
Exactly.
right. And then they're traveling to these conventions, to this cruise, to stuff like this.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Um,
crazy.
International. So I am so looking forward to getting to spend some time with you.
Yeah,
It's going to be an insane week. Tom, Erica, Michael, uh, everybody else that's going, Eric. It's
yeah.
going to be a really incredible time, and I'm hoping to get a lot out of it, and like you said, just foster these friendships and these people that we're meeting as well. I'm excited for that.
Exactly. And everybody who's watching this, they should follow me on Kick. And my Kick account is King Sam Jones III.
King Sam Jones.
King. Yeah, King Sam Jones III. And if you don't have Kick, download Kick. It's important because on Kick, I'm gonna be live all the time and I'm gonna get to know everybody all the time. So as opposed to a podcast that's once in a while, every single day you're gonna be able to come on an adventure with me. It's gonna be like a TV show. It's gonna be like, getting to know each other. And yeah, man. And then my TikTok is what is it? Sam Jones and then
Okay.
the third. But the kick is where you want to be. Even you want to be on that kick because
Be
I'll
on
be
the
streaming
kick.
from the Rogue and you gotta get on the kick. Kick Sam Jones the third. That's where it's all gonna be at.
We're gonna do it, and
Yeah.
look for you on the cruise as well. Sam, thank you so much. This has meant a lot to me. I've always enjoyed getting to talk to you, and I'm looking forward to later this month.
Yeah, thank you, man. We got 19 days. I look forward to seeing you. And yeah, whatever you got going on the boat, let's do another interview or let's do something cool. Or you could come on my kick. Maybe we'll do a question and answer right there. We'll innovate. It's all about
Let's do it.
innovating, man. Yeah.
Let's do it. I'd be happy to.